Greetings! What's going on? Skid Gore back with another video. This is going to be the beginning of the A's on my horror film overview collection. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate it. Hope you're all doing cool. Without further ado, gotta have my twisted tea. Cheers. Alright. No particular order, just whatever I grab. This will be part one of the A's. Oh, from Chiller Films, we got Animal. I actually enjoyed this one. This one's pretty cool. This is from Scream Factory, actually. It's kind of got a bit of like a... Well, it's basically like this killer predator in the woods picking off these kids that are at this cabin. And of course they gotta figure out how the hell to get out of there, and this ruthless kid, it almost looks like Pumpkinhead, it's pretty brutal, taking them out, ripping them apart, just, I liked it. It was actually pretty cool. It was originally on Chiller Films. Animal, I'd definitely check that one out. A good creature feature. Now there's so many Amityville horror movies, it's crazy. But this one I actually enjoyed. This is called the Amityville Murders. This one was really cool. This one was, yeah, this is the one with Burt Young. Does a cameo from Amityville 2: The Possession, one of my favorites. It also stars Diane Franklin, also from Amityville 2: The Possession. It's really good. The murders are done really well. Pretty brutal shit, man. Pretty hard to watch in parts. Like they do a pretty good job with the depiction of the Ronnie James DeFeo. I almost said Ronnie James Dio. The Ronnie James DeFeo murders, for sure. The DeFeo murders, of course, that became famous by John Astin for the Amityville Horror. Very cool movie, though. I definitely would check this one out. One of the better Amityville films. This is a modern one here. Good modern vampire film. I actually enjoyed this one. This is Abigail. Yeah, man, this one was pretty cool. Really good gore in parts. I was actually really surprised. Yeah, basically this 12-year-old ballerina is being held ransom. What they don't realize is that what she really is, and what she really is just this cunning, this little fucking crazy ass vampire, basically, and she just pretty much gets the last laugh, and it's just really done well. Really good gore, really good atmosphere. I think Abigail is actually a pretty good modern vampire movie. I definitely wouldn't. I would say that you should check Abigail. It was really good. Here's another good vampire film. A girl walks home alone at night. Shot in beautiful black and white. What the cinema was invented for. Yeah, I agree. Very well shot. I'm not gonna. I can't say the director's name, but definitely a good representation of a different type of vampire film, I would say. From Kino Lorber, great release. A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. Check that one out. Here's a personal favorite, Arachnophobia. This is one of my personal favorite spider films. This is just such a classic film. John Goodman as the exterminator is just so classic. He's like one of my favorite actors of all time. He can just do so many different types of roles, but yeah, him as the exterminator is just classic shit. This is a really good movie. Julian Sands, rest in peace, is actually in this film as well. Jeff Daniels is a very good acting role. Arachnophobia is definitely up there as one of the best spider films of all time, I think. Very good film. Arachnophobia. This is a good ghost film. I enjoy this one. This is called The Awakening. Definitely has its creepy ass moments. If you're at all a fan of like gothic horror, haunted house horror, definitely I would recommend The Awakening. It's very well done. Like I said, gothic atmosphere everywhere. Really good acting, and it's. I actually think that this one actually was pretty creepy. Like there were some pretty creepy parts in this, from what I remember. But The Awakening. Shit. Losing all my movies here. This one I enjoyed too. This is called Amulet. Really fucking cool movie. Ex-soldier returns to a foreign conflict and finds himself living in stranded circumstances haunted by his past. He is offered a place to stay in a decaying claustrophobic house inhabited by a young woman and her dying mother. As he starts to fall for his new companion, cannot ignore his suspicion that something insidious might also be living alongside him. Yeah, this is actually really good. You should enjoy this one. This one was from 2020 from Magnolia Films. Creepy parts in that one. Oh, this was great. IFC Midnight Antiviral. This is Brandon Cronenberg, of course, David Cronenberg's son, debut film. And man, what a debut it is. It really is good. This kind of gives you a perspective of like how people are obsessed with celebrities. And will do anything to feel like a celebrity and get a piece of celebrity. And literally, this movie hits it right on the head, man. It goes to some extremely dark places. I gotta find out. Caleb Landry Jones. Yeah, he's a great actor. Totally sells it in this film. Antiviral. Brandon Cronenberg also did Possessor, which I loved as well. This one I actually really enjoyed. This is actually a good Christmas film from IFC Midnight as well, called ATM. This movie is kind of a case of there you are. You're trapped in an ATM with this psycho outside with an axe watching your every move, and it goes to pretty dark places as well, and this killer is pretty relentless in his attempt to get these people inside this ATM, and he'll go to tremendous lengths. I don't know if some of it is far-fetched. Maybe some of it is far-fetched. I've heard that, but I actually really enjoyed my time with ATM. I think it was a pretty damn good made movie. Oh, we got a classic here. One of my personal favorites, Attack of the Giant Leeches. Man, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with these 50s and 60s giant monsters all-out attack films. This is about giant leeches. I think I really would like to upgrade this film. I don't know if this has a Blu-ray release. This is just an alpha video kind of shitty DVD, but it's a great film. I really enjoy it. I like the swampy atmosphere. I think it's shot in New Orleans as well. But it's got a good story, and for its time, oh yeah, executive producer Roger Corman. No shit, that's cool. I knew he had some kind of involvement in this. But for its time, it's pretty gory for its time. I mean, when the leeches are sucking their victims dry of their blood, like in the cave, underwater cave, it's actually pretty gory for its time, you know? I mean, we're talking 59. So yeah, Attack of the Giant Leeches. I enjoyed this. I think there's actually a remake of this. I have not seen it yet, though. Check that one out. Another Amityville film, Amityville: The Awakening. This one I enjoyed as well. I actually think this one actually is part of the actual series of the Amityvilles, if memory serves me right. Maybe not. Maybe it's its own film. I don't know. I thought this one was pretty good. I still like the Amityville Murders more, but this one was pretty cool. And I thought that the lead actress, Bella Thorne was actually really good in this. You actually really feel for her character. And it goes for some pretty demonic possession. All Dark Places. I think this movie has a bit of a John Wayne Gacy feel to it with the serial killer clown. It's been a while since I've seen it. It's from 2012, so it's a pretty older one. But yeah, definitely a killer clown film to check out. All Dark Places. This one I've never watched, sorry. It's called The American Scream King. I have no idea. It's from Midnight Releasing. They're kind of one of those hit or miss companies. Sometimes they release some really good shit, and then sometimes they release some just shit. But American Scream Queen, I definitely will check this one out. Looks pretty cool. Looks like it's about making a horror movie. Yeah. This looks like they're making a horror movie and it's about special effects, so yeah, it might be pretty cool. American Scream King. I think it's like an audition for a horror film. Cheers. This was a cool one. A Quiet Place. Everyone knows this one. Rightfully so. It's very well done. Really good character piece too. Like, you really care for this family. I mean, can you imagine like going through life not being able to make any noise, to speak or anything because of these relentless killer fucking aliens are after your ass all the time? It's pretty creepy, man, when you think about it. I remember when I first saw this movie. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Still do. Still gotta check out the second one, and I believe there's a third one too. So yeah, I'm behind. But if it's anything like the first one, hell yeah, man. Quiet Place. Those aliens are awesome. That part where she gets the nail in her foot when she's going down the steps, that just still kills me. That still gets me. The Aggression Scale. Really good movie. It's kind of a bit of a demented Home Alone type movie where this sophisticated kid just makes all these booby traps for all these criminals. And him and his sister are trying to survive. Derek Mears is in it. The Aggression Scale. I liked it. Check it out. Oh, this was a cool one. This was a good Christmas movie. I really enjoyed this one. It's called All Through the House. Now, if you want like a really good Killer Santa movie, I definitely would recommend All Through the House. This was a really good Christmas watch. Very fucking brutal. Like garden shears clipping the dicks off. That's brutal shit. A lot of castration in this one. Really good story too. It's actually a really good story. I definitely would recommend this one. It's from Gravitas Ventures. All Through the House. One of the better Killer Santa Claus movies in my view. Yeah, this is an oldie too. Let's see. Doesn't say what year. I think it's from the 60s though. Adam Age Vampire, an Italian vampire film. And we have the sequel to Salem's Lot, A Return to Salem's Lot. I wouldn't mind upgrading this one because I actually really do enjoy this Larry Cohen film. I think this is kind of one that fell through the cracks when it comes to Larry Cohen's filmography, honestly. I think this is a really good movie. Michael Moretti is awesome in it. Basically gets his son back that he basically never knew, and then they travel to Salem's Lot, where he grew up, and they basically wants them to write a book about their heritage, their vampire heritage, and shit just gets crazy. Return to Salem's Lot, I enjoyed it. Not as good as the original Salem's Lot, but it's still fair. It's still a good vampire film. I definitely would check it out. Definitely want to upgrade that. Let's see, Anthropophagus 2. Now, I'm a huge fan of the first Joe D'Amato Anthropophagus film. That's just a classic with George Eastman. Definitely the fetus eating scene where he rips the fetus out of the woman and eats it, which I think was actually originally a dead rabbit. A skinned dead rabbit, but still for its time that was groundbreaking cinema, you know. But Anthropophagus 2 is awesome. It has nothing to do with the original, I don't think. I think it's just by name, but it's a really good Italian homage to Anthropophagus. And yeah, it's really gory and really good. As part of their thesis research, a group university students explore a labyrinth Cold War bunker. That's what it is. It's a Cold War bunker. But it was considered the safest place in the world, becomes a deadly trap when they find they are not alone. Basically, there's this psycho that's hunting them down, skinning them, putting them on meat hooks. Basically a cannibal. But yeah, Anthropophagus 2 is badass. I mean, if you're a fan of the first one, the original from the 80s, I definitely would highly recommend this. No George Eastman, but still, it's pretty badass. And I thought the killer looked really, really unique. He kind of reminded me a bit of like Grandpa from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's kind of like that old man mask look. Pretty cool. Oh, we got a brutal one here. This is American Backwoods, Slough, Hampshire. Definitely not for everybody, but if you're a fan of extreme cinema, I definitely would recommend this one. Yeah, this one's pretty much a rape revenge type film. Survival in the backwoods. I think this was in Canada, I believe, yeah. For midnight releasing. American Backwoods, Slough, Hampshire. Kind of one I don't really hear a lot of people talk about, but I actually enjoyed it. I'm a huge fan of Brian Pollin, Morbid Vision films. Brian Pollin and Rich George make some fucking badass, gory films that are among some of my favorites. Of course, Bone Sickness, Fetus, Blood Pigs, Cryptoplasm, Septic, Morbid Visions, Morbid Tales. I'm probably forgetting some, but this was a really one of their first ventures into film. It's called At Dawn They Sleep. Really good vampire film. Brian and Rich George play these vampires, and it's fucking crazy, man. Like, there's a lot of I think he said he was inspired by the movie Hard Boiled, The Killer, like crazy, just batshit crazy action movies mixed with some really gory vampire stuff. And there's a lot of black metal stuff in this too. And of course, Brian is a huge black metal fan, and even has his own band, which is badass. But he incorporates a lot of black metal in his films. And Dawn They Sleep is fucking awesome. There's shit flying everywhere in this. And like I said, if you're a fan of Brian's films and you've never seen this, I definitely would recommend this. This actually has I don't know if it's Saturn's Core or something, but it actually has like a really good Blu-ray release. This is just the Outlaw Video alternate cinema release. But still, it's a fucking awesome movie. I recommend it. Really good modern vampire film with a shit ton of gore. A Blood Pledge. crazy Asian cinema, right up there with. It's kind of a bit like Suicide Club. American Crime. I apologize, but I do not remember this movie. I don't. Must have got it for a reason though. I know I have seen this, but I just do not remember it. Looks pretty brutal though. I'll have to rewatch this one. American Crime. I think it's about like a news station tracking down killers or something. I think that's what it was. Now this movie gets shit on like left and right. I don't think it's that bad, but I mean it's not one of his best, obviously. But it is Argento's Dracula. It is what it is, you know. I there are parts that I enjoy. I do like the lighting. It's very Argento-ish, obviously, but he kind of does his own thing with the Dracula story and the myth, you know. But I thought Rutger Hauer was awesome, and of course Asia Argento is just so beautiful, good on the eyes. But Argento's Dracula. If you're an Argento completist, you might want to check it out. Nothing too special, but I thought it was pretty good. As Above, So Below, fuck yeah, man. This is like one of my favorite found footage films. This is a really good example of the way that found footage can be extremely creepy and claustrophobic, especially in the Paris catacombs. I'd fucking love to go there, like, in real life. That'd be so badass. It's one of those places I'd love to fucking visit. Sounds like it's crazy, like there's skulls and bones everywhere. Just sounds badass. As Above, So Below. That was a good movie. Now this movie has, let's see, Sid Haig, Bill Moseley, and Leslie Easterbrook. So you kind of have a bit of the Devil's Rejects cast in this one movie. It's called The Dead Calling. I remember enjoying this movie. Of course, you know that cast kills it, as always. But when a supernatural force causes Elizabeth, the young reporter, to investigate an old house, she finds herself to be the only hope for a family of long dead ghosts. Yep, that's right. It's pretty good. Good ghost investigation type movie. Hey, here's another one. Shit. Back to back Bill Moseley. We got American Exorcist. Now, I actually just watched this one. I just got this one. Like a couple days, actually. So yeah, it's still fresh in my mind. It's good. I like it. Another Gravitas Ventures. They actually make some pretty damn good movies. This one I enjoyed. I really enjoyed the opening where that fucking chick goes crazy at the fucking Christmas party when she sees her husband fucking another woman, and she blows like the whole party away with a fucking shotgun. It's brutal. Fucking awesome, man. Blood and brains everywhere. Fucking awesome. Really good scene. And then this paranormal investigator, kind of a skeptic, is investigating this office, which used to be a hotel and used to be something else. Like, there's so much bad shit that happened at this in this building, and she's trying to get to the bottom of it so it can reopen. And Bill Moseley plays like this. I think he's like the watchman or something of this building, but he's got his own Argento. He's got his own agenda, and it gets pretty fucking cool. American Exorcist is pretty good. I enjoyed it. Really good music and this really good score. Bill Moseley's fucking awesome in this, actually. He does a really good job. I still, you know, when I started doing my videos, like, I don't know, last year or whatever it was, I still have not watched this fucking movie. I said the same thing last time. American Maniacs. I still have never watched this, but I always thought that looked like Chris Fenn of Slipknot. The dude with the dick nose. So I don't know. Looks like it might be like a bit of maybe a torture porn movie or something. I hate that term, but it kind of looks like around those lines. I still have not seen American Maniacs. I will definitely check it out though. Another one I still have not checked out either. Australians. Australians, get it? I mean, that's pretty clever. Looks pretty bonkers. Hear pretty good things about it. Another movie I have not seen. Antidote. Zombie film. Looks like they're trying to find a cure for zombie apocalypse. There's so many fucking movies like this, but I don't know. Might be cool. Check it out sometime. I have not watched this one either. Based on the Michael Crichton novel, The Armada Strain. I know that it's... What always put me off is the length of this thing. Okay, it's 2 hours and 56 minutes. That's a pretty long movie. I have to sit my ass down and watch this. Armada Strain. This one was cool. The Alex DeSanto collection. Alex DeSanto is a young director, pretty much a teenager when he did all these. These are all his films he did. There's Diary of a Necromancer, Meat Pie Massacre, Blood Seeds, A Christmas to Dismember. I personally like A Christmas to Dismember. That was my favorite. But yeah, he's a pretty good little independent director. I remember when this movie came out. That's when the band Bush was huge, you know? An American Werewolf in Paris. It has its moments. I mean, I'm not going to say this is the worst ever, but the werewolves, the CGI werewolves look so shitty. I mean, even in today's terms, they look pretty bad. But I don't know. I kind of like the chemistry between the friends who are all trying to dare each other to do the craziest shit, like try to get laid and just do the craziest stunts and stuff. I thought that was kind of cool. But and of course, I do like Julia Delpy. I think she's fucking awesome. But American Werewolf in Paris, the transformation scene are okay, especially the part on the train where he eats the heart. That's kind of cool. Not a biggest fan of CGI werewolves though, or just CGI in general. This was a fucking brutal one, man. Wow. Yeah, from Dark Sky Films. I remember this one. Really good serial killer. Like getting inside the mind of a serial killer and just realize what they tick and how fucking crazy they are. A child killer, nonetheless. It's Antibodies. Yeah, man, this is a hard watch. Yeah, it's right up there with... It's basically... Berlin police apprehend the alleged killer of 13 children. Yeah. Gabriel Engel. The actor is Andre Hickney. Norman Reedus is also in this from The Walking Dead. Yeah, this was a really good movie. I enjoy this. The Antibodies. If you're at all a fan of serial killer cinema, I definitely would recommend this one. It's one of the better ones. I'm a huge fan of true crime and books and all that shit. So I know this case very well, and it's one of my favorite cases, still unsolved to this day, from 1912. It's called The Axe Murders of Villisca. Now this movie, it's good for like cinematic purposes, but really as far as the real story of what happened at Villisca, I don't really think it hits the target. I think it's more or less done for cinematic purposes. For that reason, it's a good movie, but as far as to be accurate to the story of what happened to the Moore family, not really. They basically have their mind made up that Reverend Kelly was the killer, which he might have been, because I know he was like a couple blocks down from the Moore house at a church. But after doing a lot of research and reading books like The Man from the Train and Villisca Axe Murders, all these books. I'm inclined to believe that it was more or less a serial killer that was riding the railroad at the time. Possibly Paul Mueller. I think that might have been the guy who did it. Not Reverend Kelly. But unfortunately, I guess we'll never know who the real killer is. But this movie kind of focuses on Reverend Kelly being the killer, which is fine. And it kind of does like what most ghost movies do too. You know, it's got like the paranormal shit going on. But I love this case. I'd love to go to that house at some point in my life. Pretty creepy shit. Villisca axe murdered. This was a good one. Antlers. Could have seen this in the theaters. I wish I would have. I wish I really would have seen this in the theater because it would have been an awesome theater watch. But Antlers is awesome. It's a good creature feature. I thought the fucking creature looked badass. Really good story, too. Good small town atmosphere. Everyone's favorite serial killer clown. Not John Wayne Gacy either. I'm talking Art. And All Hallows Eve. This is all where it started for old Art. Not even played by fucking... I forget the fucking guy's name. Plays Art, sorry. Okay. Mike Giantly is Art the Clown. Yeah, basically this is an awesome anthology. Really enjoyed this one. The Alien story I could have done without, but of course the one that sells it, of course, is anything with Art. Art fucking steals the show, of course. And of course he got his own 2 movies now with a 4th one on the way, which is badass. But yeah, I'm a huge Art the Clown fan. This is where it all started. I think it started as a short. I think Damon Leone did this as a short, and then he made an anthology. But really good Halloween atmosphere. Really brutal. I love when kids die on film. I just think it's the greatest fucking like taboo in film because it's just so wrong. But these kids are such fucking brats. At least the boy is. So I don't really feel bad when he gets killed. But yeah, All Hallows Eve is cool. Good Halloween watch. Really good Halloween atmosphere in that one. And of course, right after, watch the Terrifier 1 and 2 and 3. This movie I just picked up. It was just a complete blind buy. It is an old Anchor Bay, which are kind of scarce to find these days, If you can find an Anchor Bay, I definitely would snatch it up regardless of what it is. But this is Aunt Rose. What a fucking awesome ass movie, man. I really was floored. I really was impressed with this fucking movie. When 3 vicious killers take refuge in a calm suburban home, they are prepared to wreak havoc on anyone who gets in their way. But what they don't know is that this is no ordinary home and no ordinary family. So on the 3rd floor, there's this old lady who has these... I'm not going to give it away. Let's just say, I don't know if it's demonic powers, demonic possession, or whatever, but these thieves that are holed up in this house terrorizing this family get their comeuppance in the end, let's just say. And these are really brutal fucking thieves, too. And I think the main character is actually the director of the film, James Tucker. But yeah, what a great movie. Really good atmosphere, really good gore. Kind of one of those movies where... yeah, I mean, you look at it and it's kind of like, oh, really? But really, don't let the cover fool you. It's actually a really good fucking movie. You can find Aunt Rose, buy it or stream it. Highly recommended from Skid Gore. Awesome movie. Alright, we're getting there, folks. One of my all-time favorite modern horror movies. Another Bill Moseley Kane Hodder. This is Almost Mercy. Fucking love this movie. Absolutely love this movie. The characters are great. The acting is amazing. The gore is great. But the story, I mean, it's a great movie about bullying and the lengths that you'll go to avenge, being bullied or sexually, anything like that. It's bonded together by a twisted past. Emily and Jackson have been best friends since childhood. Now in high school, while Emily has left her troubles in the past to become a perfect student, Jackson has embraced his sadistic side, basically a lover of serial killers and crazy shit. And it's kind of got a bit of like a Columbine feel to it, with school violence as well. But Kane Hodder is great as this fucking coach, like this sexually perverse coach. Hilarious role. And when I met Kane, I talked to him about this, and he said that it was a unique role for him, and he really enjoyed it. Bill Moseley plays this pedophile fucking priest who's taking money from the church. But yeah, this is some really good revenge shit, man. Almost Mercy is actually one of my favorite modern horror movies. And I don't know if this has a Blu-ray release, but it definitely deserves it. Definitely deserves a really good release. And there's no special features or anything on this DVD, but man, I had a lot of fun with this DVD, and I've shown a lot of people this movie, and rightfully so. Almost Mercy, check it out. Fucking awesome example of modern indie horror for sure. Now we had Anthropophagus 2 before. Andrei Schnaz is an amazing fucking gore director, let's just say, like gory fucking films like Olaf Ickenbach style, you know, just shit flying everywhere. And it was right to do Anthropophagus 2000. Now, you know if you can see the back there, but that is just loaded with fucking gory goodies. If you're at all a fan of gore in your horror, highly recommend Anthropophagus 2000. There's just shit flying everywhere. Arms getting ripped out of sockets, fucking slit throats, fucking cannibalism, you name it. Just, and the dude does a really good job as the George Eastman cannibal. Good homage to George Eastman. Anthropophagus 2000. This also has a Blu-ray release. This is the old Massacre Video DVD, but Massacre Video does have a Blu-ray release of this. I highly recommend. Anthropophagus 2000. If you're a fan of the red shit, by all means, hail. Can't get gorier than that shit. Oh, we're getting some really brutal shit here. Lex Ortega, Atraz, sadistic Mexican fucking snuff, basically. August Underground style, just really depraved acts caught on film. Really good story though too, about just abandonment and abuse, and the past coming back to bite you in the ass. And you know, the boy grows up to be this fucking serial killer. He was just humiliated by his parents, and it pretty much made the product of a brutal serial killer. And it's just a really good, well done film. From Unearthed Films, I highly would recommend Atraz. Not for everybody, but if you're a fan of extreme, I would say Atraz is the way to go. This is actually a really cool fucking set too. You even get the fucking the soundtrack, and I love the score for this film as well. Atraz. Oh, we got back-to-back Unearthed Films. A Record of Sweet Murder. Really enjoyed this one as well. Really good example of batshit crazy Asian horror. Not just strictly gore. Definitely a look into the world of a serial killer, found footage style. I can't say the name of the guy, I can't pronounce it, but the killer has recently escaped from a mental institution and managed to amass a kill count in high teens. A South Korean journalist and a Japanese cameraman are invited to an abandoned apartment to interview the murderer. Yeah, basically they're interviewing him and trying to find out what makes him tick. And it's just, it gets fucking crazy, man. From the director of Grotesque, which is another brutal fucking film. But yeah, Record of Sweet Murder. Definitely recommend that. Huge fan of the Alien films. We got the Alien Quadrilogy. This is one of the first, probably one of the first ever DVD sets I ever bought when I got a PlayStation 2 back in the day. I think it was a Nightmare on Elm Street box set, and this Alien quadrilogy, and maybe Dawn of the Dead, that big box. Yeah, I think those were like the 3 first ones I ever got. But yeah, I've had so much fun with these. We got Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, and Alien Resurrection. I'm obviously behind on the Alien movies, but these first 4 I really enjoy, especially the first 3. The first one is just a total classic. Like, I think H.R. Giger just created such a fucking amazing, terrifying universe with the xenomorphs, and unfortunately never really got the credit he really rightfully deserved when he was alive. They kind of took his creation and did their own thing with it, and they basically kind of swept H.R. Giger right under the rug, and I think it's bullshit, because he did a lot, because it wouldn't have been anything without his creation, really. But Sigourney Weaver, of course, amazing, as Ripley, we all know. Aliens is great, James Cameron. Alien 3 I actually really enjoy as well. Alien Resurrection I've kind of come around on. And you're going to laugh, but I've never seen any of the other Alien movies. I saw Alien vs. Predator, and after that I stopped watching. Not saying that they're bad films, but I've just never seen them. I've never seen Covenant. I've never seen Romulus, or whatever that movie's called. The latest Alien movie. So yeah, I gotta pick up on my Alien movies, but I love this original quadrilogy for sure. Fucking awesome. Had some great, when I was a kid, had some good, brought that over from many sleepovers, you know, when you're kids and you're just hanging out with your friends and just eating popcorn, drinking soda pop, and watching John Hurt get a face hugger coming out of his chest. Those were the days. Yeah, I got 2 more movies here. Now, this is the first a Serbian film I had. It says it's unrated, but I do not believe it has the baby rape in it. So, this was just the first one I got. But of course, our friends at Unearthed Films released this version, which does have the baby rape, the newborn porn, or whatever you want to call it. Sick shit. This movie is infamous, you know? I mean, everyone knows the Serbian film, even if you're not even a fan of extreme cinema. You probably know the name of Serbian film. It's right up there, man. Not for everybody, but for fans of the extreme, it's essential, you know? But it's actually done very well shot, very well acted. Nikos is a great fucking character, and all the hell he has to go through. But let's just say it's very, very brutal, very dark, very sadistic. Not for everybody, but a Serbian film, watch at your own risk. And this is the last movie I have for this shelf. Save the best for last. Now, I've had this DVD forever, and I had so much fun with it. I'm never going to get rid of it because it just brings back so many memories. And that's Alligator. I mean, it's fucking one of my favorite creature feature movies of all time. Jaws ripoffs, if you will. But I was so happy with Scream Factory when they released this bad boy. Now, I'm not into 4K. I don't even have a 4K player, but this is a Blu-ray as well. But Alligator on Blu-ray looks fucking amazing. All the special features are great. Such a fun film. The first time I saw Alligator, we must have rewound that wedding scene where the alligator just crashes the wedding party and just eats everybody and just flips everyone with his tail. Guy goes right into the fucking wedding cake. It's the funniest shit. We must have rewound that at least like 20 times. We're laughing our asses off. But this is such a great movie. One of my absolute favorite creature features. So glad it's gotten its due finally. And people are finally going to be able to see this film for all its greatness as far as I'm concerned. Alligator, right up there with one of the best practical effect creature feature films of all time, in my opinion. But there you go. I hope you all enjoyed that. That was an overview. First start of the A's. I will get to the second part of the A's whenever I get a chance. Thank you all for watching and subscribing. I really always appreciate it. Anything helps. Hope you guys and gals have a good one. Skigore. Gore forever. And physical media forever.